morning to everybody, especially my students, parents, and professors, and our beloved guests and our alumni. A.Dhanaraj, IRS. Welcome you, sir. Today I am privileged to have a presentation in that. I want to start beginning with a small poem. ஆயிரல் அடுத்து கவனம் கொள்ளினே மாநில இருந்து பன்னாட்டாகும் நூல்சபை ஆய்வும் கவிக்குழுவினே வாய்ப்பு கருது கால்புத்தி கிடைக்கும். Its meaning that this elephant can go into a grass. He will be able, cannot eat anything, but he will destroy all the grass and food for the people. If we have some samples from dairy, from that we give to the elephant, it will have good food and people also dying. This is the one of a poet from Corona, especially this quote was mentioned in past budget by Nirmala Sitharaman. I think it's the second or third. So now why am I mentioning this? In union budget, we have all to follow that not only by big peoples, but all those peoples who want to divide the national resource. Today, my discussion is going by 4 engines of union budget. Before that, I have some facts about union budget, especially in first budget in British India was in 1860 by James Wilson, and first budget in independent India was R.K. Shanmugam Shetty on November 26, 1947. And those days, the total expenditure is 197.29 crore rupees, but today it is nearly 50.60 lakh crore rupees. And today estimation, and we know our destination is Viksit Bharat, inactive innovation and develop nation by century independence. It was to be initiative to develop our nation in 2047. In 4 engines we have like that, and another one poet like that. How I mentioned Nirmala Sitharaman's poet like that. Nirmala Sitharaman mentioned a Telugu poet at this time. That is Desamante Matti Kadai, Desamante Manusluai by Gurujara Akkarao. It's a main country is not just its soil. A country is its people. This is the theme of our budget in current year. By content we have like introduction and agriculture as first engine, and MSME as a second engine, investment as a third engine, and like export as a fourth engine, and fuel reform, fiscal policy. We have to like to see like words like engine, fuel, destination. But in budget we require that it's a journey of development. That means in a journey of development, our destination is Viksit Bharat. Fuel is reform. The engine is like that agriculture, MSME, investment. These are the engines which drive our nation to the journey of development. So they describe like this. Our area focus like Garib, youth, Ananda and Nari. Garib is described for poor peoples, and youth is described for young man, and Ananda is for fathers, and Nari is for women. By studying yesterday I made it that, but today unfortunately I get information from Hindu newspaper. It is editorial one. UN representative Susan Ferguson have a positive review by our budget for a gender inclusive shift for. He mentioned that India can pave way for women to become key driver of national growth, ultimately achieving the ambitious target 70% in economic activities in 2047. So in 2047, 70% of economic activities are developed by women. So we have a good review about one. Today only I saw in this newspaper. If it estimates, I will have to publish, but whatever, okay, no problem. So the destination is Viksit Bharat. We know the aspiration of Viksit Bharat, accelerating growth, secure, inclusive, and spending power to India is middle class. That is the main target. And integrated private sector and big household settlement also. These are the 5 aspirants of Viksit Bharat. And okay, we directly go to the first engine, agriculture. We know India is an agriculture country, and some of the economists also say India is a food basket of the world. So like that, we have a good food resource like milk, fruits, vegetables, etc. etc. Some of the schemes like Prime Minister Trichy and enhanced credit to KCC, National Mission of High Yield State, and Mission for Cotton Productivity. This is one of the 5-year plan mission to protect cotton productivity. That Prime Minister Trichy Yojana is covered nearly 100 districts, and especially 1.74 farmers also. And Makanda boarding beaker. I don't know, the bird beaker I have seen in many of the areas in Punjab. So it is one of the interesting things for me. So and like that was Atmandira impulses we know India have a good in agriculture but not in pulses. In last year we have a crisis in pulses, so we exported some pulses like Tur, Buddha, Masuk like from Africa and Nigeria. So the government was have an idea to develop the commercial ability of climate resilient seed, enhance the protein pattern also. Whatever we have wheat, paddy, but we have some crisis in pulses. So we government have taken steps to increase our pulses, especially in the rural area also. And the government have a good initiative in actually covers me. India poses a casting for rural economy. Whatever government try to develop rural as urban, but this time they are going to 1.5 lakh new post office in rural area. So this is actually a good opportunity, employment opportunity to rural peoples and development of rural area also. And second is MSME. We know that MSME, micro, small, medium enterprises. This idea was focused to develop India as a manufacturing hub. Whatever we develop nation, we still developing in MSME. We have not still developed MSME. We would take as an example China. Until 1980, India and China was at the same road. Even though India have a good per capita amount than China, but China government decided to develop MSME. So the China leader, I think, is Sun Yong. Yeah, he is developing, giving opportunity to all other Chinese other countries like Google, Microsoft. They asking to come their country, invest here. And those days we have after 1990, we allow foreign to our country. But before that, China made it. How can we now have made in India? Like that China, those days they didn't make in China. So they, from that they have certain growth. Today there are the $17.8 trillion economies China, but we have only 3 something. So this is a $1 billion question for us. So why we will not get back? So the schemes for MSME like credit card for micro enterprises, this will give 5 lakhs rupees to micro enterprises. This is the first year, and previous they have planned to give nearly 10 lakhs. And the scheme for first entrepreneur, this will give 5 lakhs to first entrepreneur, including women. And from future, they are also increasing to those nearly 5 lakhs, more than 5 lakhs will also complete that. So this is for them. And another is manufacturing mission with management focusing on to availability of technology, quality product, and the future ready for demand block. We India exporting many raw materials from China like that someone. So we like to produce by our own. This have a possibility to develop our nation, and especially there are many labor-intensive sectors like focus product scheme for footwear, leather sector. Nearly 22 lakh people are getting employment, and turnover like 4 lakh crores. Especially the export, from export you can also see 1.1 lakh crore. So we have a good one, and mission for toy sectors, and support for this policy. Establishment of National Institute of Food Technology in Bihar. We know there are only 2 National Institute of Technology, one is Haryana, another one is Tanjavur. So now they coming to Bihar. Another time also the state Bihar was here. So now this is one of the initiatives to develop the entrepreneur employment opportunity for him in the. And the third area is investment. People in investment they have given into 3: investment in people, investment in economy, investment in the innovation. Section Anganwadi portion 2.0, expansion of capacity in IITs and day career cancer centers in all district hospitals, and the Bharatiya Bhasha Bhushan scheme, making books into digitalized. So it have a future aspect. Adult Thinker Labs, nearly 50,000 labs in government schools, central accessing artificial intelligence qualification, nearly 500 posts are allocated for this. PM Shakti Yojana, loan for 58 credit holders, and welfare for online platform workers like e-sharing portals. And the investment economy, this is from the, there are many criticized for under this, especially nuclear energy mission for Viksit Bharat. Amendment to the Atomic Energy Act and the Civil Liability for Nuclear Damage Act will be taken up active partnership with the private sector. So they allow private sector to involve in atomic purpose. In this, there was another critic from editorial page in Warning C was positive review. Among them, I see a negative review. That 2 persons from M.M. Ramana and Sugar Raju, the members from the CNDP, Coalition of Nuclear Disarmament Pieces, they given I don't know if I cannot show it, I just mentioned. They mentioned that nuclear energy dangerous concession of liability. The line in Union Budget on instant to amendment, the civil liability for the Nuclear Damage Act should be matter for subject also. And another like themes under economic like journalism evolution, maybe 100% finished. And future need of we have another one we have. And nuclear acquisition or visual power, maritime development partner, urban challenge point. So like I'm Udon especially. So this also developed quickly, but I have some criticism in nuclear energy. So I know upcoming panel members are experiencing some positive for about that. I will get on that. Okay, now tourism. We know that India has a many place for tourism, especially also in Kumbh Mela. 50,000 pro investment for the Kumbh Mela. Nearly many people, more than 440 crores people are coming there, and many of them say this good and many of them this bad. I know going into that. But top 50 tourism destinations site to be developed in partnership with states. It will be steamed e-visa facility, intensive skill development program for project, performance like intensive to state, Mudra loan for home states, and essay of travel and connective tourism destinations. And the investment innovation, PM research fellowship, nearly 10,000 fellowship are provided to IITs like IISCs, and the Gen Bank for Corporate Grants and Gyan Bharat Mission, and 20,000 crores research for development innovation, National Geospatial Mission using PM Gati Sector. These are the innovation investment. Fourth is going to export. Export is a very important for our economy. When we study international economy, that only we whenever increase our export, that time only we can increase our value. So export is very important. So this time they give many importance to export, especially in export promotion mission. They say access to export credit, MSME to take non-tariff moves in international one, and platform for trade inspection and financial solution like foreign trade and the support for integration of the global supply chains. And the national member for GCC and emerging tier 2 cities. We know Chennai have metropolis city. Only developing Chennai, no all people go live in Chennai. No, we also develop all cities like develop. So that like that, for example, I say like that we national member for GCC. It also bring to develop like Trichy, like tier 2 cities. And the warehouse facility for and cargo operation are also going to start. So these are one. And I like to publish this, but I cannot able to do, but I would like to say, rupees come from borrowing other debts 24%, and the income tax is nearly 22%, and union duties 5%, GST is 18%, and corporate tax 17%, and the non-tax tariff is 9%, 1% of non-debt capital assets, and 4% of custom tax. These are the income come from these various aspects, and where this also goes, that is very important. No, nearly 20% of interest we just pay. It is one of the burden of the government. We get loan from others, and we even 20% of interest we were getting this. It is one of the biggest burden for them, and it is not take the way for development. We need to decrease. And 16% for central schemes, 6% of major subsidies, 8% of defense, and 22% of share state shares. Normally I say 22%, how many percentage I don't know going to be, or I think it's a good percentage roughly to me. 8% for finance commission, central sponsor scheme 8%, other expenditure like 8%. So these are the rupees we spend for that. And continuing interest payment is burden for us. And expenditure is major items. Like we see, defense is first one. And we expense in defense in first question. Second for rural development. Third for
another 1 minute.
Okay, ma'am, I complete. And the third for agriculture, and third for home affairs and agriculture like that. We have a scientific development for law. So this is, and the key persons like A.Dhanaraj for this budget is A.Dhanaraj, Manoj Gove IAS, Arunisham Chawal IAS, Sanjay Seth IAS, Sushil Kattapandi IAS, and A.Dhanaraj IAS. These are the financial secretary. When important information is Manoj Gove IAS and Sir are both of the same batch 1991, especially we know 1991 new economic policy especially. So reference from my union budget and speech etc. And I finally going to finish in the quotation with no power on earth can stop of idea. Post time to has come. Said by Manmohan Singh. Thank you.
Thank you, Rasul. Next, I request the FCBA second MA Economics to continue the session.
Thank you, Shiva. Good afternoon, honorable chief guests, stars, and my dear friends. I am D. Shiva from Second MA Economics. Today I am going to give a brief idea about powering growth through agriculture Union Budget 2025 to 26. On 1st February 2025, our Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented budget for this 2025 to 2026 fiscal year. For this fiscal year, total Union budget spending estimated at rupees 50.65 trillion with gross borrowings of rupees 14.82 trillion. This year budget focuses on four major things. So, four major issues, as you know, Rasul said. So, now I am going to concentrate on agriculture. Since the beginning, agriculture plays a vital role in every human being's life. Agriculture, the primary engine of development, contributed 16% of GDP to India in 2024. As the aim of stimulating and improving the agriculture, Union government allocated rupees 1,37,757 crore, that is 2.7 of the Union budget, and it is estimated to decrease by 2.5 over the revised estimates of 2024 to 25. So next, the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. This has two departments. First one is Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, which implements the policies related to farmers' welfare and manages agriculture inputs. And another one is Department of Agriculture and Education, which coordinates and promotes the agriculture research and education. For this, in 2025 to 2026, they have allocated agriculture and farmers welfare for 1,27,290 crores, and for agriculture and research and education, they have allocated 10,466 crores. The Indian Union Budget 2025 to 2026 prioritized the agriculture sector. 6-year mission has been launched to boost the pulses, aiming to reduce the import dependency, boosting domestic production, and enhancing the farmer income. So let me give a brief note about the key announcement about the agriculture by our Finance Minister. So first one is Prime Minister Trichy Yojana. So this scheme decided to support small and marginal farmers by modernizing farming methods and provide financial support to the farmers. So this scheme estimated to cover 1.7 crore farmers, but also to cover 100 districts which have low productivity and moderate crop intensity and below average credit access. It also aimed to develop post-harvest storage infrastructure. So they can be able to minimize the wastage and to improve the price realization for farmers. This initiative will inspire the adoption of climate-friendly sustainable agriculture practices. This program aims to enhance the agriculture productivity, promote crop diversification, improve post-harvest storage, and strengthen irrigation facilities. And second one is self-sufficiency in pulses or Atmanirbharta in pulses. It is a 6-year mission which is concentrated on Mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. Atmanirbharta is nothing but a self-reliance. So with a special focus on 3 pulses, that is PGMI, black gram and red lentil. For this they have allocated 1,000 crore has been. Here India is targeting to end the dependency of pulses import by 2029. And third one is focus on horticulture. In Indian Union Budget 2025 to 2026, the Government of India announced a comprehensive program for vegetables and fruits. The aim is to enhance the entire value of chain of horticulture producers. They have allocated 500 crore for this program. It will encourage the cultivation of vegetables and fruits to meet rises domestic demand, to ensure that farmers receive a fair compensation for their produces. It also targets to form the and practice of farmer-producer organization and cooperative across states. And the fourth one is National Mission on High-Yielding Seeds. According to the Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, high-yielding seeds are the first step to improve output. Not only the output of the high-yielding seeds, a significant enhancement to the Kisan credit card scheme. So they can increase the loan limit from rupees 3 lakh to rupees 5 lakh under the modified intervention subvention scheme, which is MISS. And finally, urea plant. So Government of India aims to establish urea planted number, which is an Assam, with an annual capacity of 12.7 lakh ton to boost the domestic fertilizers. And next one is allocation towards key schemes under the ministry. So here we are going to see some of the schemes which government have allocated. First one is PM Kisan, which is nothing but Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. This is formed to help farmers financially. For this, we have allocated 63,500 crores. And second one is MISS, which already I mentioned in Kisan Credit Card. That is nothing but modified interest subvention scheme. So this offers short-term loans to the farmers at a subsidized interest rate, which is 7%. For this, they have allocated 22,600 crores. Next one is crop insurance scheme. For this, they have allocated 12,242 crores. Next one is RKVY, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. So this scheme formed to promote the agriculture and also its allied sectors. Next one is Krishnamati Yojana. For this, they have allocated 8,000 crores. This scheme is to increase the income of the farmer and to ensure the food security. And last one is PM Asha, which is PM Annadatta Ye Sharanka Abhiyan. This is to ensure the farmer to get good price for their produces. And finally, for others, they have allocated 5,507 crores. As I would like to conclude, Union Budget 2025 to 2026 has reinforced the government commitment on the agriculture sector by introducing the long-term policies, interventions, enhance the credit access and technology-driven solutions. By integrating technology, sustainable practice and farmer credit policies, this budget aims to empower Indian farmers as well as the Indian agriculture. Thank you.
I request Abhisha from 3rd BA Economics to continue the session.
Very good morning to our chief guest, professors and my dear friends. So today I am going to talk about the Union Budget 2025 to 26, the fourth engine of development, that is export. So there are four goals of development. First one is MSME, investment, agriculture and export. So today's my topic is export. So under this budget, they have a big promise of Sabka Vikas, that means providing good opportunities of job in infrastructure, education and healthcare. Sabka Vikas actually basically will be the Viksit Bharat by 2047, which is set by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. So under this budget, first we will talk about the export promotion mission.
Next. Do you want to come here?
So under the export promotion mission, the government has announced export promotion mission with an outlay of rupees 2,250 crores. But in the last year Union Budget, that is from 2024 to 25, we had around 2,178.73 crores. So that is comparatively 17% down in this year. So this mission is led by the Ministries of Commerce, MSMEs and Finance. So the aim of export promotion mission is to support exporters by providing non-tariff barriers so that they can have easy transportation without any restrictions of the government. So the key area of focus in this initiative is cross-border factoring. Cross-border factoring is nothing but the risk or the disadvantages faced by the business people in exporting the product competitiveness. The demand of their products will increase within the country only if their quality of the products increases. Next is export mission. So supporting businesses and MSMEs is the main aim of the government. For the smoother trade, encouraging the exporters and businesses to participate more actively in exports. So the key objective of government is dynamic exports by increasing the quality of the product and advancement of the technologies. The government aims to make MSME as a competent in global market. The goods export have reached $321.37 in this Union Budget 25 to 26. So that means their comparatively it has increased of 1.6% in this year. So with this we can say that India is well on its way to become a dominant player in international trade. Now let's talk about the Bharat TradeNet. Bharat TradeNet is a digital platform for trade documentation and financing solution and being a part of the India stock that includes UPI, Aadhaar card and DigiLocker. Its main aim is to eliminate the paper-based process and make the trade online or digital way so that it can reduce the non-tariff barriers. So government has set up this BTN that is called the Bharat TradeNet to help small export firms for international trade and also to facilitate easier and efficient trade. BTN will compete with ULIP. ULIP is nothing but Unified Logistic Interface Platform. Digital public infrastructure help to overcome non-tariff barriers, particularly for MSME exports. Next, we will talk about the global capability centers. The government has announced the global capability centers with the help of national framework as part of budget 2025 to 26. So it focused on tier 2 cities. Tier 2 cities are those which are underrepresented in the global digital landscape. So government actually focused on it to invest more on it so that the economic development, employment generation and technological advancement can take place, and even in those cities and places people can get advantages. Then the next we have is the graph. So in this graph we can see that the export budget allocation for 2025 to 26 has done. So most of the allocation was done in Maritime Development Fund, that is 25,000 billion, because in the last year we had $50 billion trade deficit. So to strengthen and to empower the shipping infrastructure, the government has allocated a lot of budget in this sector. And then next is the textile industry. As we know that we have huge textile industries in Kottayam, Trichy, etc. And it also provides a large number of job and employment opportunities. So that's why government has allocated in it, because we know that employment opportunity is also a factor of the development of a country. And next is the Bharat Trade Platform, and the Export Promotion Mission has been allocated very less comparatively to the textile industry and maritime development, that is only between 50 and 100 billion. Next we will be talking about warehousing facility for air cargo. In the starting I said that air cargo facilitates perishable farm products and the domestic electronic industries to support to develop the new advanced technologies. So because there is a lack or there is a disadvantage in the shortage of cargo, so to do this the government had to invest more on advanced warehouses and modern technologies. And the expansion of regional air connectivity, there we can see a modified UDAN. UDAN is like Export Promotion Mission, Bharat Trade Net and GCC, that is Global Capability Centers. Through this, the government wants to strengthen logistics and export industries. So with this overall, the budget provides a strategic roadmap for sustainable export expansion, reinforcing India's position in the global trade ecosystem. Thank you.
I invite MBA Jack from 2nd MA Economics to continue the session.
Yes, professors and my dear. I am D.A. Jack from 2nd MA Economics and I would like to present my Union Budget 2025-26 on the topic investment. So, as Raju said, investment comes under the third engine of development. And in this Union Budget, the government has identified three modes in which investment needs to done. First one is investment in people, second one is investment in economy, and third one is investment in innovation. First, investment in people. Under this, there are various schemes. First scheme is Saksham, Anganwadi and Poshan 2.2. The cost norms for the nutritional support to be enhanced appropriately. The next is Atal Tinkering Labs. These Atal Tinkering Labs are nothing but high-tech workshops in schools that help students develop creativity, curiosity and innovation. So 50,000 Atal Tinkering Labs to be set up in government schools in next 5 years. The next, to improve the broadband connectivity. Broadband connectivity is to be provided to all government secondary schools and primary health centers in rural areas under the BharatNet project associated with Airtel. Next is Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak Scheme. This announced to provide digital form Indian language books for school and higher education to improve digital learning among students. Next is National Centers of Excellence for Skilling. 5 national centers of excellence for skilling is to be set up with global expertise and partnership to equip our youth with the skills required for Make for India and Make for World manufacturing. Next is expansion of capacity in IITs. To improve the higher education, additional infrastructure to be created in the 5 IITs that are started after 2014 to facilitate education for 6,500 more students. Next is Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence for Education. As the economy and the global economy is moving toward artificial intelligence, our government focus more on improving the artificial intelligence. A Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence for Education is to be set up with a total outlay of Rs 500 crores. Next is expansion of medical education. 10,000 additional seats to be added in medical colleges and hospitals next year, adding to 75,000 seats in the next 5 years. Next is daycare cancer centers in all district hospitals. Government to set up daycare cancer centers in all district hospitals in the next 3 years. And in 2025-26 alone, 200 centers is going to be created by the government. Next, to improve the strengthening the urban livelihood, a scheme for socio-economic upliftment of urban workers to help them improve their incomes and have sustainable livelihood to reduce the urban poverty. Next is PM Swanidhi program. It refers to Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. It is to provide loans to the street vendors. This scheme to be revamped with enhanced loans from banks, UPI linked credit cards with Rs 30,000 limit and capacity building support. Because the scheme was invested in during 2019. Next is Social Security Scheme for welfare of online platform workers. Government to arrange for identity cards, registration on e-Shram portal and healthcare under Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana for gig workers. Next, second type of investment is investment in the economy. So PPP in infrastructure. PPP refers to public-private partnership. So infrastructure related ministries to come up with a 3-year pipeline of projects in PPP mode. States are also encouraged to participate in this. Next is support to states for infrastructure. An outlay of Rs 1.5 lakh crore proposed for the 50-year interest-free loans to states for capital expenditure and incentive for reforms. Next is asset monetization plan 2025 to 30. To mobilize income to mobilize the assets, government has introduced this scheme. Second plan for 2025-30 to plow that capital of Rs 10 lakh crore in new project is announced. Next is Jal Jeevan Mission. Jal Jeevan Mission is a scheme to provide safe and adequate drinking water through individual household tap connection by 2024. But in this budget, government has extended the scheme till 2028. Next is Urban Challenge Fund. An Urban Challenge Fund of rupees 1 lakh crore is announced to implement the proposals for cities as growth hubs, creative redevelopment of cities, and water and sanitation. Allocation of rupees 10,000 crore proposed for 2025-26. As the global is moving towards nuclear energy, government has decided to focus more on nuclear energy mission for basic powers. Nuclear energy mission for research and development of small modular reactors with an outlay of rupees 20,000 crore to be set up. 5 indigenously developed small modular reactors to be operational by 2033. Next is shipbuilding. The shipbuilding financial assistance policy to be revamped. Large ships above a specified size to be included in the infrastructure organized master list. Next is Maritime Development Fund. A Maritime Development Fund with a corpus of 25,000 crore to be set up with up to 49% contribution by the central government and the next balance from the post and private sector. Next is UDAN, Regional Connectivity Scheme. To improve the airport facilities in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, government has created this UDAN scheme. A modified UDAN scheme announced to enhance regional connectivity to 120 new destinations and carries 4 crore passengers in the next 10 years. Also to support helipads and improve the economy in northeastern areas such as Assam, Nagaland and Manipur, government has introduced the scheme. Next is Greenfield Airport in Bihar. Greenfield is an aviation facility built on underdeveloped land with the main focus on environmental sustainability. So Greenfield Airport is announced in Bihar in addition to the expansion of capacity at Patna Airport and Brownfield Airport at Desa. Next, to improve the Western Koshi Canal project in Lithuania, government has provided financial support for the Western Koshi Canal ERL project in Bihar, where ERL refers to extension, renovation and modernization. Next is mining sector reform. As in today's world, we have seen that various global superpowers like Russia, America is focusing on extracting rare and earth minerals. Government has also implemented this mining sector reforms. Next is Farming Fund 2. This refers to special window for affordable and mid-income housing. It's the largest social impact fund for housing in India. Next is tourism for employment and growth. Top 50 tourist destination sites in the country is to be developed in partnership with state rural challenge mode. Finally, we are moving to the last type of investment, that's investment in innovation. Under this, research, development and innovation. Rupees 20,000 crore to be allocated to implement private sector driven research, development and innovation initiative announced in the July budget. Next is Deep Tech Fund of Funds. Deep Tech Fund of Funds to be explored to catalyze the next generation startups. To improve the startups in our country, government has announced the Deep Tech Fund of Funds scheme. Next is PM Research Fellowship. 10,000 fellowship of technological research in IIT and IISc with the enhanced financial support. Next is Gene Bank for Crop Germ Cluster. Second Gene Bank, the 10 lakh germ cluster, aims to be set up for future food and nutritional security. National Geospatial Mission. A National Geospatial Mission announced to develop foundational geospatial infrastructure and data. And finally, Gyan Bharata Mission. A Gyan Bharata Mission for survey, documentation and conservation of organs, heritage with academic institutions, museums, libraries and private collectors to be undertaken to cover more than 1 crore manuscript announced. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jack. Now I invite Jivo from second MA to continue the section.
Thank you, Jiva, for inviting me. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jiva from second MA Economics, standing before you to present about Women and Union Budget 2025. Yeah, before entering into the topic, we can just see about the key highlights of General Budget 2025 to 26. The first one is increased allocations, where General Budget share rises to 8.86% of the total Union budget from 6.8% in the financial year of 2024 to 25, which reflects in the stronger commitment to gender responsible budgeting and women's empowerment. The second one is about significant growth in funding, where 4.49 lakh crores have been allocated for the women welfare enrollment and development of 37.25% have been increased in the financial year of 2025 to 25. It is the largest ever growth in the general budget history, which supports education, healthcare, employment, entrepreneurship rupees 4.49 lakh crore allocations, which is 37.25% have been increased. It generally focuses on job, education, healthcare and safety. It's aiming to bring 70% of the women into the workforce, aligning with Viksit Bharat 2047 for inclusive growth. Next slide. Yeah, this is employment and general budget, where women in agriculture, among 80% of the women workers in the field of agriculture, but only 13.9% own their land. No dedicated provisions for the women in Krishnonati Yojana of rupees 2,550 crore. Entrepreneurship and workforce. New scheme offers of rupees 2 crore loans to the first time entrepreneurs, which includes women and female labor force participation rate, that is FLFRPR, which have been increased to 41.7%. But Pradhan Mantri Employment Generation Program, that is PMEGP, funding dropped to 862.50 crore from 1,012.5 crore. Rural employment, women account for 57.8% of percentage work under MGNRJ, that is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, where the allocation have been increased to 40,000 crores before compared to the financial of 2024-25. However, only 33.6% of this is reflected in the general budget, raising concerns over the recognition of women contribution. The next slide. Yeah, from the education side, gender gaps in the higher education and STEM, which is women make up 40% of STEM graduates. They are nothing but science, technology, engineering and mathematics graduate, but only 14% are employed in the STEM fields, showing a leaky pipeline structure. There is nothing but many leave due to their barriers like bias, lack of support, work-life balance. This gradually drop out and weakens the balance in the STEM career areas. And the bridging the digital gender divide, that is the national vision on education through information and communication technology, where 100% of allocation have been given for the women, but funding has been reduced from 551.25 crore to 229.25 crore. And school education and infrastructure, that is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan funding have been increased to 12,375 crore, which supports the better access and quality of education. And the next one, PM Shri, that is Pradhan Mantri Shri School, saw a significant boost to 2,250 crore, which improves schools' infrastructures, nutrition and midday meals, where PM Poshan scheme continues to grow, ensuring better nutrition for school children, that is particularly girls. And the next slide. This is about the housing and general budget, where the increased funding for housing, more money have been allocated to the housing schemes, which supports the urban and rural housing needs, where PMAY, that is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana urban budget, have been increased funding, rise from rupees 50,170 crore to 23,294 crore, and PMAY urban 2.0 boost, that is the allocation have been doubled from rupees 1,500 crore to 3,500 crore. On the rural housing, the budget have been increased significantly from 32,500 crore to 54,832 crore. Women's ownership in housing, where 73% of the PMAYG houses registers in women names, but challenges in true empowerment remaining. The next slide. The health. Yeah. Next is about health, where Anganwadi workers pay, they have been remain an underpaid reflection, neglects on the women's health and welfare. Funding for health scheme like Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0 budgeted restored to 450.98 crore, up from rupees 220 crore. Ayushman Bharat budget have been increased allocations from rupees 3,624.80 crore to 4,482.90 crore, but remains under Part B of the general budget. Menstrual hygiene fund misalignment have been placed under Part B, but implying only 30% of the budget, which directly benefits the women. And Madhur Bandhana Yojana stagnations, where rupees 6,000 per mother remains unchanged since 2013 because it's failed to adjust for inflation. Next slide. Yeah, the next slide explains about safety and security. Nirbhaya fund have been raised from rupees 180 crore to 200 maintained its rupees 629 crore allocation. And the next one is Mission Shakti of Samarthya, which generally focuses on the empowerment. This funding have been increased from 953.74 crore to 2,396 crores. The next is public transport network, where no major investment in general-friendly transport, despite 91% of the urban women are finding and unsafe activities. Paving the way for gender responsive budgeting, where human capital development, women workforce participation need investments in health, education and skills, not just only on housing subsidies, but also beyond the budget allocation. Large funds are allocated, but real progress requires effective actions and implementation. Gender Budgeting Act of Niti Aayog recommends a law to ensure the gender-focused budgeting across all ministries and states or union territories. Unpaid care work recognition worth of 15 to 17% of India's GDP needs policies like paid leave, subsidies and caregiver training, etc. Finally, I would like to conclude it by saying that 2025-26 gender budget takes a significant step towards women empowerment with increased funding and broader ministries participation. However, true progress depends on effective implementation, targeted policies and accountability to ensure lasting gender equality and inclusivity. Thank you.
Thank you, Jiva. Now I invite Rajeshwari from 3rd B Economics to continue the session.
A wonderful morning, afternoon to one and all present here. I am Rajeshwari from 3rd B Economics to present the topic MSME fueling expansion. So before diving into the topic, we have to know what is a budget. So I was expecting my friends to present the definition of the budget. So according to the Article 112 of the Indian Constitution, an union budget is the annual financial statement of the central government, including capital, expenditure and revenue. So, in my presentation, I would like to focus on MSME. So that's why I have given fueling MSME expansion. So MSME is one of the is playing a pivotal role in India's multifaceted development. So MSME is also a biggest contributor of GDP, which is 30%, and it also has 45.73% of the total India's exports. So for paving the growth and innovation, this budget includes improving the credit access, enhancing digitalization, and implementing strategic schemes to empower the MSME across the nation. So the main aim of this second engine of development is to amplify the contribution to India's economic progress. As you see in the next slide, the budgetary allocation for MSME is a total of rupees 22,896 crores. There are certain key schemes which are Prime Minister Employment Generation Program and PM Vishwakarma scheme, which has got allocation of 5,100 crores, and the third one is raising and accelerating MSME performance, which mainly focus on micro and small enterprises, which has got the allocation of rupees 1,170 crores. And the fourth one is micro and small enterprise cluster development program, which mainly focus on collaborative growth of business, which has got the allocation of rupees 410 crores, which is the less allocation comparing to all the schemes. And the fifth one is Khadi Gramodyay Vikas Yojana, which focus on Khadi and village industries, which has got allocation of rupees 1,065 crores. So these schemes help for the support of micro, small and medium enterprises. So this table says the investment limit and turnover limit of MSME, which is given in rupees in crore. As you see, the investment limits have been increased 2.5 times and the turnover limits have been increased 2 times, which will expand the operations of the MSME and invest in new technologies. This will scale up their production and foster the innovation. And the turnover limits have also been doubled, which will improve the efficiency, which will encourage the technological adoption of MSME. So the main focus of the second engine of the development of MSME is credit access for micro and small enterprises, which has increased guarantee cover. Comparing to the last year, the cover has been increased from 5 crore to 10 crore, which fosters the financial securities of MSME, and it also injects additional credit of rupees 1.5 lakh crore, which will be made available over 5 years for MSME, which will provide financial inclusion. So the next slide focuses on startup credit boost, which provides the double guarantee cover for MSMEs, which has contributed rupees 20 crore for the guarantee cover for startups, and which provides a substantial financial safety net for emerging business. This encourages their innovation and risk taking, and it also reduces the fee of 1% for loans in 27 key sectors, which promotes the borrowing and investment limit, thereby stimulates the production and expansion of MSME in the 27 key areas. This budget also focuses for supporting the exporter of MSME. As you know, MSME mainly focusing on rural areas, but this budget focuses to promote the international trade and global competitiveness of MSME. So it provides term loans of up to rupees 20 crore with enhanced guarantee cover, which facilitates the international trade of MSME, and it also promotes the export promotion, which helps the MSME picture, the way of registration portal, the total registration of MSME is 5.93 crores of MSME enterprises, among which 5.84 crores of enterprises are only micro enterprises, and the small scale industries are only 7.37 lakhs, and medium enterprises are only 69,000. So as you see, the micro enterprise contribution is more in GDP's contribution. Next. In conclusion, the Union Budget 2025 to 2026 sees a focus on MSMEs as the second engine of the development and has got allocation of rupees 22,138 crores, and it includes major credit creation schemes and employment opportunities, entrepreneurship and sectoral growth. The key initiatives include Kottayam registration portal, Pradhan Mantri Employment Generation Program, new credit schemes, etc. So, even though there are a lot of possibilities, there are certain criticisms that in most urban areas, people doesn't know about these things. So we, the student of economics, have the power, and we have to tell them the positive approach to budget and schemes like this. And MSME is one of the pillars of India's economic growth. So we have to give awareness to people about the MSME. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajeshwari.
So that Rasul Khan did not have the advantage of presenting his preparation in the slide. So he expressed his wish to present simply. I am aware we are running into lunch time. This slide, take it sure from me. I will not take much time. I will not put the comments.
Very thank you, sir, and students. And I just ran like to just please go. This is the theme. Desamante Marti Kadai, Desamante Mansu. That was the theme, and this is the concept. And next please. This is the my concept, and this is the content of the budget speech. Okay, this is official one. I just mentioned the one. This is the area where I focus. Next please. This is the destination of exit Bharat, the vice one. And next please. And agriculture, you like, I like to, you want to take notes, please, this is the 5 ones, the whatever the things. Next, please. The pulses and the post and the head. What are the schemes they want to raise? So next. About MSME and the great calls, therapies, various like that. Next. Whatever they can take it from. I take it from this union budget probably. Next. About investment, I appreciate sir who have investment. So it is about the economy and the Udan like that. Next. About tourism, these are the what are the factors involved in that. In innovations, what are the 5 innovations we have? And next please. And the exports, this next. This is the main, for this only as to, you just see how much of competition, I mean visual representation usually we can able to attend. So that's why we have 24% of borrowings and amount from that. Next please. This is the main important, 20% interest we can go. So you can also see whatever area we want to need to cover, we want to increase or decrease. So whatever we want to do. This is expenditure of major. The first major expenditure given by defense, and second is rural and home affairs, agriculture, education, and IT, energy, and social welfare. We have in 10th position, I think, 11th or 10th position. So these are the what are the questions they have. So next question. And these are the panel members who work for it. Even that's important fact that is Manoj for IAS and SAR both of same same batch. So we have a good economics opportunity to meet by both of them same batch 1991. So this is what a coincidence. So these are next. These are the reference from right. And I have only minimum reference to come congratulations. So that's why please next. Some words. Thank you. Thanks for all.
Good afternoon. Any questions from the students, listening students? Not only questions. Any criticism you want to make? Anything? opportunity. Floor is open to you. I take it that the panel presentation was accepted by the budding economist. Thank you. Now I will come to economics. The presentation made by Rasul, Abisha. Thank you. I. Epsiba, Abisha, Napier Jack, Jiva, Rajeshwari, they are of very high order. In fact, I would say it is much better than the presentation made by us while we were there. Keep it up. Keep it up. You all understand very well, you understand very well. Don't stop here, it is only a beginning. You have to present in bigger forum. In fact, I always think loud. There is a voice in me. I wish some of you get an opportunity to present the budget in Parliament. We have a very learning finance minister. She encourages. So were the other finance ministers. They always encourage, because finance ministers were always of very high knowledgeable people, educated people. They have a good understanding of not only the Indian economy, but the international economy, monetary economy, and they have such very grassroots. So the voice in me says, some of you should present in future. It's possible, nothing is impossible. Okay, aim high. Aim high. In fact, one of my contemporaries, Napoleon, some of you would have seen his movie, Napoleon, Nadigan Napoleon. He was doing, in the college, his name was Kumar He became minister. First our pleasure. In his mid-40s, he became minister, and he was minister for social justice. So, all of you buddy economists, keep such things in mind. And now I will come to comments. Rasul very nicely mentioned about the honorable finance mentioned about the Telugu files program. Rasul did not mention. She mentioned the Trichy also. He did not mention that. Okay. In fact, this budget is a special budget in 2-3 senses. One is, Mahakavi Bharati Solvan, Vadu Manitharakillam in the Sorid. Mahakavi thinking India not Makkalukku Sorid and in the budget of Pathina, global concept. Finance Minister, this government wants to make India a global hub, food hub. It's a great thinking. Yadu Mure, Yadu Kele, Adana Panbadi. One body, one family. Madamari Yasula, Sagadesa Pura, Vasudeva Purubha. That means Yadu, it's a rough translation of Yadu Mure, Yadu Kele. One body, one family. It's a great thinking because we have to see from the days of 1960s. As students of agriculture, you would all be aware that in 1960s, our production was not sufficient to feed our own people. Thanks to the help from USA, public loan 430, all of you will be aware, otherwise people take a note of it. Because until we have received public loan 420 reach from USA, many of our citizens would have gone to death because of poverty. Such a abject poverty was there. So there was a food scarcity. Then thanks to our agricultural scientists led by members Swaminathan and other leading agricultural officers, C. Subramanian, he was the then agricultural minister, They all toiled, and within 3 years, we have become self-sufficient. All of you are aware about the revolution. See those days, from those days, now India is thinking leapfrogging. It is leapfrogging to say that we are going to become the grand Daniya Karancham. உலகின் தானிய குழந்தையமாக இந்தியா போகிறது என்ற ஒரு பரந்த எண்ணம், உயர்ந்த எண்ணம் இருக்கிறது. அந்த எண்ணத்தை பாராட்டப்பட வேண்டியது மட்டுமல்ல, அதை செயல்படுத்தி உலகுக்கு நாம் காட்ட வேண்டும். நாங்கள் சொல்வது மட்டுமல்ல, யாரும் முறை அவரும் கையில் நாங்கள் செய்தும் காட்டுவோம் என்று சொன்னால் இந்தியாவின் நிலை உயரும். Very good paradigm shift in the budget. Similarly, Honorable FM has addressed all sectors. To put it in short, I would say from A to Z, she had addressed, starting from agriculture. The panel members invariably mentioned about the 100 districts that are going to be developed under PM Dhanaraj Yojana, and some of you have mentioned about the insurance that is going to be given to the farmers, because farmers are always at the mercy of the monsoon. What had happened in the Kannur, see, we were all very happy we had a good southwest monsoon, but suddenly it poured more. So the entire Kannur belt, Tirunelveli belt under water, and our farmers are lost. Under such situation, the government, be it at the center or in the state, we should be able to assure to the farmers, don't worry, we are there here to make good of your losses. Such schemes are coming under Bimal Fasal Yojana, and panel members correctly mentioned about the Kisan credit card that has enhanced the credit limit for farmers from 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, because we have to think of the marginal farmer who will be sometimes at the mercy of the usurers, the money lenders. So for the ordinary farmer, money should be available to sow, to harvest, to sow, to do pesticides, to sow pesticides. So for such things, the Kisan credit card is going to be of great help, and it will take the farmers from strength to strength. And similarly, the industry side, MSME, for them also, the credit card limit has increased as rightly mentioned by many panel members. That is also increased from 3 to 5 lakhs. And some of you mentioned about the startup. FM has allotted 10,000 crores for the startup, because startup is an important scheme, because the new entrepreneurs like you, if some of you may have the knack for doing business, so for them the initial contribution has to be made. The government is the right person to contribute. So for such self-help, smart entrepreneurs, the government has come to rescue to say that we will give you support. And not only that, they assure that if you fail in 1 or 2 occasions, don't worry, keep on trying. In fact, the role of banks also have to be appreciated. Banks rightly identify the entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, to do Make in India, to stand on their own legs. Doesn't matter. When you play a game, in all games you will not lose. The same thing will apply to manufacturing, the same thing will apply to business. So if some of you have knack for doing business, start. The government is there. Government is helping. Okay. So don't be under the impression that I cannot do it. You can do it. It's not only that the government jobs or private jobs or teaching jobs are going to be there. Now the governments are carrying எல்லோரும் எல்லாமும் பெற வேண்டும் என்று சொல்லிக்கிட்டே இருக்காங்க. எந்த ஒரு குடிமகனும், எந்த ஒரு மாணவனும், எந்த ஒரு மாணவியும் என்னால் முடியாது என்ற இந்த பாதுகாப்பு யாரும் இல்லை என்ற எண்ணம் வரக்கூடாது என்ற எண்ணத்தில் தான் எல்லாருக்கும் எல்லாமும் பெற வேண்டும் என்றதை திருப்பி சொல்லிட்டே இருக்காங்க. அதனால் நான் உங்களுக்கு திருப்பி சொல்கிறேன், உங்களால் முடியும், எதையும் செய்ய முடியும், செய்யுங்கள். The panel members have correctly mentioned about tourism development. Bhutan, 120 new destinations have to be is going to be added. Similarly, water roads are going to be increased. One panel member rightly mentioned that in long road Urea plant is going to be set up. Yeah, exactly. I work in Assam, so always whenever there is a scheme for Assam, I feel happy. Okay, they have rightly mentioned more or less all the schemes they have mentioned. Water, Jal Jeevan Mission, they have provided allocation. Nuclear, because this nuclear energy is required for us because our demand is increasing. The existing EVs all over India or Kottayam or Kottayam, they are not able to give the supply, air supply. So more reactors are required. Kottayam, with the help of Russia, we have set up. Now, yesterday, Finance Minister, Honorable Prime Minister with Honorable President of France, Macron, they have agreed to set up a nuclear. France has agreed to give support for setting up a nuclear plants in India. That's good news for us from France. They are all Francis. There is always support from France. And am I taking more time? Couple of more things I want to say. Like the panel members, each one of you have to present. In fact, the greatest benefit which I got from this Temple of Learning was our seminar. During our time, I think now also it is there. During our time, PG students, first MA as well as second MA, they have to present a paper in every subject. Out of the 100% syllabus, 50% will be taken by the professor. The remaining 50% will be covered only by seminar by the students themselves. That has given us a lot of confidence. What? How? By the end of fourth semester of MA, we were all confident we will all become good lecturers in some college. In fact, I am very happy to say that many of my classmates have retired as professors. My classmate was vice principal in Karnataka College. He was HOD in the economics department. A.Dhanaraj. Mr. Das, he is the professor in the second college Trichy. Amranagan, professor in the economics department in Davis College. For some time, Ambrose taught in Dialogue College Chennai. So we have challenges. Believe yourself, we have challenges. You have to believe yourself, you may deliver. And a lot of my classmates have become secondary grade teachers. It's not an ordinary post. Secondary grade teachers in government schools and all. Government gives you good pay. My classmate Napoleon, my classmate Joseph, we call him Kottayam Joseph, and Roche. All of them have become school teachers. Now they are happy because when you become secondary teachers, you will retire at the stage of headmaster of the school. It's a good grade. You command a lot of respect in the society. So those who have got liking for teaching, go for it. Our college is the good place for becoming a teacher because it gives you the basic skills. Those Rachel said he is keen in civil service. Good. I would say that don't restrict your progression to yourself. Like the panel members, there will be a lot of talented students in juniors and seniors. I had a nice junior, G.V. Suresh. He is one batch junior to me. We played together in the school as well as college cricket, district team cricket. He was a fantastic junior for me because he was a very keen student. He became Deputy Collector Group 1, Tamil Nadu Group 1. And he not only became Group 1, he coordinated some of the seniors also. In the research while I was working in ONGC with my in Assam, he wrote to me a letter. There is one officer, there is one Punjab National Bank officer, his name is Trichy. He is working in Punjab. He is preparing for civil service. He has cleared his preliminary examination. You have also cleared your civil service preliminary 90 exam. I wish all of you to come together to Trichy and start preparing. GV also was there. Take it from me. That's why I am saying, don't restrict your preparation to yourself. There will be a lot of talented people from juniors also, from seniors also. Okay, we are from a very good institution. Have a good discussion and prepare well, succeed in life. In fact, such good discussions have given me success. Mentioned by IAS, he was 23 rank holder. He was allotted to Gujarat Qatar. In fact, he's an excellent officer because he had 6 years of experience in Punjab National Bank, and he is Honorable Prime Minister also. So there is a chance that he might get a big posting also again. Okay, so have a wide discussion, wide relationship. We will all succeed in life. Once again, I take this opportunity to wish you all well. One more wish. While we were students, especially with Joseph A.Dhanaraj, I have discussed. After class, we used to have a cup of tea in Mama's coffee house. There we used to say, after every Nobel announcement, we would all be disappointed because there will be no Indian winning economics Nobel Prize. We were all happy in 1998 because Amartya Sen won in 1998 Nobel. And Siva was that time in Karmathur College. We used to interact. He said, "Dhanaraj, what we discussed during our college has partly become reality. Amartya Sen has won." I promptly replied to him, "It should be a person from St. Joseph's. Then only I will be happy." தம்பிகளே உங்களால் முடியும், தந்தார்களே உங்களால் முடியும். Every 10 years, Indian economists get a prize. After Amartya Sen, in 2016 or 17, Abhijit he is from Baroda, but settled in the US. He has won. So there is a possibility in another 2-3 years that I wish. Give me a couple of more minutes time. All of us, none of members discuss what is our, how 1 rupee comes, how 1 rupee goes. I want to impress upon you, all of you will be aware that the import of petrol costs us badly. In fact, I would take you to the history. 2-3 devaluation of Indian rupees have taken place only because of our huge dependence on oil. 1966 Indian devaluation was due to our dependence on foreign petrol. Similarly, in 70s there was devaluation. That was also again due to import of petrol. Now, I told Rasul also, as economists, as students of economics, we have a role to play in building a good opinion in this society, in the Indian, Tamil Nadu society, Indian society. We have to restrict our petrol consumption. Unless and until we are going to do it, our Indian rupee is going to fall down further. Because in 1966, US dollar versus Indian rupee rate was only 7 rupees, 7.50 rupees. If we give 7.50 rupees, we can buy $1 US dollar. Now it has gone down to the level of 87. If things are allowed to go like that, a day will come. The other day, Professor A.Dhanaraj said, we are all afraid of hearing that it might cross $100. That means if we go to that level, we lose when our money, Indian rupee, loses money, we all lose our value. When we go abroad, we have to spend more. Our export for imports, we have to pay more. So we have to create a thinking, awareness in the society that we have to reduce the consumption of petrol. There are enough avenues, use of electric vehicles. And one important thing, somebody may say that he is very stingy. You are very ரொம்ப கஞ்சனா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு நினைப்பாங்க. பட் அதுதான் உண்மை. என்னன்னா முடிந்த வரைக்கும் நம்ம சைக்கிள் ஓட்டணும். நான் முதல்ல அந்த போயட்ரி ஒன்று எழுதினேன். என்னோட 2 ரைட்டிங்ஸையும் நான் தம்பி ரெசோர்ட்டை கொடுத்துருக்கேன். அவர் உங்களுக்கு எல்லாத்தையும் வாட்டணும் நினைப்பாரு. கொஞ்சம் படிங்க, அதை யோசிங்க. என்ன அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்க வேண்டாம், பட் அதை யோசிங்க. அது உண்மை இருந்தாலும் அது காரணம் அந்த கவிதை எழுதுனதுக்கு அப்புறம் நான் படிச்சுக்கிட்டே இருந்தேன். அது 2-3 விஷயம் நான் உங்களோட சேர்ந்து எழுதிக்கிறேன். நம் மதிப்புக்குரிய முன்னாள் தமிழக முதல்வர் பேரறிஞர் அண்ணா அவர் ஒரு சிறுகதையில் சொல்லியிருக்கார். பூபதியின் ஒரு நாள் அலுவலர் அப்படின்ற அலுவலர் சொல்லியிருக்காரு. அவர் பெட்ரோல் அவர் காலத்தில் ரேஷன் எப்படி நம்ம ரேஷன் கடையில் அரிசி சுகராக வாங்குறோமோ அது மாதிரி just take them. It's an important topic, that's why I'm talking. Okay, so we have to think of introducing a ration of petrol. Then only India can be successful in become a big economy, because we are dreaming of attaining $5 trillion economy. If we are going to pay out everything for the import of petrol, how are we going to achieve? Not only that, one small quote I would say, Honorable MP, CBI leader, திரு பா பாண்டியன், ஒரு மிகவும் மதிப்புக்குரிய லீடர், அறிவார்ந்த தொழிற்சங்கவாதி. அவர் சீனாவில் ஒரு முறை அழைச்சிருக்காங்க அபிஷேகம். அவரு ஏபி பர்தன் இவங்கெல்லாம் அழைச்சிருக்காங்க. அங்கே போயிட்டு வந்ததுக்கப்புறம் அவர் ஒரு புத்தகம் எழுதுறாரு. கண்டேன் சீனாவை, கண்டேன் சீதையை மாதிரி கண்டேன் சீனாவைன்னு ஒரு புத்தகம் எழுதினாரு. அதில் சொல்ற விஷயத்த ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம் அவர் சொல்றாரு. அந்த இருக்கிற தொழில் பண்டைகளிலும் வோல்க்ஸ்வேகன் மோட்டார் தயாரிக்கும் தொழிலாளர்களும் 20,000-30,000 பேர் ஒரு அந்த தொழிற்சாலையில் இருக்காங்க. எனக்கு ஆச்சரியம் என்னவா இருக்குதுன்னா, நான் தொழிற்சாலையை விட்டு நாங்கள்லாம் வெளியே பார்த்தோம். 20,000 சைக்கிள் இருக்கு. அப்போ நான் கேட்டேன் அந்த சைனீஸ் கவர்மெண்ட் அஃபீஷியல்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்குன்னா, எங்கள் ஒர்க்கர்ஸ் யாருமே பெட்ரோல் வெஹிக்கிளை யூஸ் பண்ணுறதே இல்லை. அது சைனீஸோட பாலிசி. பிகாஸ் அவர் என்ன சொல்றாரு, சைனாவில் சைக்கிளிங் இஸ் அ நேஷனல் கேரக்டர் அப்படின்னு. We have to borrow such concepts from China, because see the kind of confidence China has. Now China is daring President Trump to impose tariff on their products. Why such confidence has come? Because they are powerful. Their economy is powerful. They have a huge amount of US dollars, so they are challenging. So when you have to stand and speak from a position of strength, your economy should be strong. You will also be strong, because when you do such small savings, your savings goes up, your father's savings goes up, your mother's savings goes up, your family's savings goes up. So please think over it. Wherever possible, do cycling, because in the neighborhood I would say, a lot of people are using petrol vehicles just like that without understanding the importance of it. So with this request, please do cycling as far as possible. I once again wish all of you all the best. You are a